Hello, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Brazil, and welcome back to Monster Sport Recife. Last episode you saw was the games against San Lorenzo, the 4-1 victory and the 3-0 defeat against Nautico. So since then, we played Independiente, beat them 1-0, drew 2-all with Nautico, we lost 5-2 on aggregate, beat Santos 3-2, beat San Lorenzo 1-0 once again. Then we played 2 games on camera, Corinthians and Alianza, we beat them 3-0 and 3-1. Sound was awful. It sounded like my microphone was in the toilet. That's been rectified since, so that is not going to air at all. We then rotated the side, lost 5-0 against Flamengo, lost 1-0 against Ceará, drew 1-all with Grêmio, and lost 3-0 to Independiente. So things haven't gone well at all. So today we're going to play Vasco and we're going to play Atlético Mineiro. I didn't realise as I was playing through the games that the sound quality was so bad on the last video. That's why I've come back a little bit earlier. We're going to play Vasco and Atlético Mineiro in full games. The Alianza game is going to just be a highlights package. We're not going to get into it too much. We're going to leave the Brazilian third round of the Cup alone. So with that being said, we're going to get into the opening game of this episode. It is going to be against Vasco. They are currently second. We had started so well. We've dropped down now to 11th. We haven't won a game since the unforeseen errors in the last episode. Vasco are in third. They've won 3, drawn 2, 11 points, unbeaten, 9+ goal difference. As there's some drilling. I don't know if you can pick that up or not, but that completely creeped me out there. Let's get into it. The opening game of the episode against Vasco. Let's go. So we are into this game. It's Salo, Urthon, Rafael Tahir, Sabino, Wellington Tim, Watson, Naresi, Caceres, Thiago Lopez one side, Everton Felipe the other, Rodrigo up front because I hit the Summit team before I showed you the team lineup. Is it fair to say you need to start more goals? Of course we need to start scoring more goals. What a stupid question. We're away against Vasco. We're underway. We need to start turning in some performances because I rotated the side because I thought, you know, we probably needed to do that. We needed to just keep things fresh. Thought the players that were in the side were good enough. Proves that they weren't. As this ball goes into Caceres now, a little bit of space, goes out to Everton Felipe. It's a little bit wide for him though, but he can keep it in. Gives it to Wellington, Caceres, back to Naresi, and that's a great shot by Vanderlei. Keep it out. It was a good effort, good power, good placement, but the keeper got down well, was equal to it. And the ball is in and headed. I think that flashed across the face of goal there. Wasn't sure if it was a bit too high as well, but we've started very, very well. Vasco doing absolutely nothing. And for a team that are unbeaten, not really providing anything. I thought they were going to be a really, really dominant team here in this game. We've pushed them a long way back. They're sitting very, very deep as Caceres puts the ball in. Tahir's hit the woodwork and it's cleared away. And that is 2 good chances that we've created there. No such luck though as Caceres puts the ball in again. Tahir, and that is headed straight into the hands of Vanderlei. And we've had 9 shots here, 5 of which have been on target. We just cannot find the breakthrough. Hasn't really been clinical enough so far. As Tahir comes a long way, runs out into that right back position almost. Forward to Thiago Lopez, back to Tahir. Urthon's coming field, and he goes back to Tahir. Watson's dropped deep to collect it. Square ball to Caceres. Into Rodrigo, now back to goal. Through to Everton Felipe, one-on-one, away from his man. What a great finish from Everton Felipe. Rodrigo picked him out. He was away from his man. That's a lovely finish with his left foot across the goalkeeper. And Caceres here goes into Rodrigo, back to goal, just turns it around the corner. Felipe away from his man, held him off as well. And that is a great finish. It's 1-0 inside the half-hour mark. And I feel like we need to stick to our strongest 11 for as much as we can this season, because otherwise we could be in a little bit of trouble. As Gonzala now with the corner kick, ball in, headed away. Sarrafiore trying to get there. He does get there, and now he's under a bit of pressure. Goes back to Weverton. Weverton infield to Quintero. Switch ball out to Peck, and Urthon picks it up and gives it back to Salo, who plays a 1-2 with Sabino. Rafael Tahir now into Urthon. Little 1-2 with them two. Urthon receives it back. Naresi infield to Watson. Switches out to the left-hand side and Wellington Tim. Everton Felipe now. Back into his own half and Wellington Tim. And just hanging on to ball as Sabino takes his time. Caceres looks that ball into Rodrigo. Conchal with the header back to his goalkeeper. And Vanderlei makes a bit of a meal of it there. And he'll launch it forward towards Gabriel Peck. Luis Enrique. Raniel beats the goalkeeper. 7th of the season for Raniel. 1-all. 38 minutes on the clock. It was poor really from the goalkeeper. I must say it was poor all round really, because Vanderlei has looked long. Gabriel Peck gets up, wins that header down to Enrique, takes a touch, through ball. Raniel sets himself, and as the keeper dives at his feet, just places it underneath him. It is 1-all. It's a poor goal to concede. It's the first real thing that they've done in this game as well. So that is even more disappointing. We just can't let them back into it here because they are starting to get a foothold in this game. And there's going to be a free kick here on the stroke of half time. Ball in, Gabriel Peck, and what a save from Saulo. Getting down at his near post, tipping it round the post for a corner kick. And Alianza will take it. Ball in, Saulo comes and collects comfortably. It was a little bit low where he collected it as well. And that means it is 1-1 at half time. Proud of everyone's efforts so far. Didn't do what I thought it might do. Thought it might just keep them motivated as play starts with a throw in here in our own half in the left back position. Wellington team can bring it forward. Watson now. Neresi looks on. Felipe's got a lot of space out there. Can he find a ball now? Pulls it back to Caceres. Back to Wellington team. Don't go all the way back, please. Watson has been dispossessed by Z Gabriel. Raniel now. He's got two defenders in front of him. Goes back to Enrique. Lovely little play for Alianza. Alianza back to Gabriel Peck. Hits the shot. It's over the bar, and that was so disappointing. Gave away possession in such a dangerous area as Riquelme into Enrique. Peck back to Riquelme once again. Looks that ball into Peck to the ball and pulls it back. And Wellington team did excellently there to get in the way. Out for a corner kick, and Vasco have started like a house on fire here in this second half. We had the chances early on, we didn't take advantage of them, and Vasco now showing why they are unbeaten as they've come into this game massively. If they were a little bit more clinical, I'm pretty sure they would be ahead right now as Galaza puts this ball in. Neresi can get it away. Sarafiore picks it up on the far side, comes in field, goes past his man. It's a tackle by Watson. That's going to be a penalty, and it shouldn't be because I thought that was a great tackle. It's gone out for a corner kick if it isn't a penalty. But we're just going to check it. It's been given, and I'm guessing that's the animation because Watson's been sent off as well. Wow. And that turns the game right on his head. We're going to leave it as it is. Play a 4-2-3 almost, 4-4-1. And it's going to be a penalty kick. And who is going to step up to take this for Vasco? It is going to be Raniel, who got the opening goal for them. Puts it in the opposite corner to where the keeper dived. It's 2-1. 55 minutes and goals either side of half time here have killed us. That's sending off as well, which, like I said, I'm guessing it's the animation more than anything because that looked like a great tackle as Riquelme puts the ball in, it's headed away again. But we aren't winning the ball on the edge of our box. When those calls are coming in, we're heading it away, but it's being picked up by one of the Vasco players every single time. As Concia is forced all the way back to Vanderlei. Can we put him under any pressure? We can't. Ball in. Z Gabriel heads it down to Enrique. Sarafiore hits a shot from distance. Saulo with a decent save. Probably should have gone to it there. He seemed to spill it almost, and it is still 2-1. It's a corner kick. Riquelme will take it out swinger. And Z Gabriel gets up, and Saulo can hang on to it comfortably. And this is a really poor run of form here. It's 2-1. What do we do here? Guimaraes is going to come on for Caceres. Neresi is also going to come off. We're going to bring on William Oliveira. MT is going to come on for Thiago Lopez. And Everton Felipe and MT are going to swap sides. So Everton Felipe is going to go on to the right. Rafael Tahia. It's on the yellow card, but he's our best defender. Urathon is going to come off. Been Luciano Jubron at right back. I know he's a left back, but Urathon isn't playing well, and he's struggling fitness-wise as well. Look at that. Vasco have overtook us shot-wise as Felipe puts the ball in and just needs someone jumping for that there. Vanderlei comfortably can take it down, but that's a poor goal kick, and Luciano Juba now in an unfamiliar right-back position. Ball over the top, and it's going to be... It's not. Riquelme put his keeper in trouble as the keeper came for it, put it back across the face of his own goal. MT got there first, and it was an open goal. And I know it was on the volley, and he's cushioned it, and he's hit it wide. And after dominating in the first half, goals either side of half time have condemned us to a 2-1 defeat here against Vasco. Caceres and Everton Felipe, the best players on the pitch. Rodrigo doing well as well, but we weren't good enough, and that does make me angry. And we really need to turn this run of form around because we are playing so poorly. We're down to 12th now. We got 7 points from the opening. I think it was 3 games. And what do you do now? Next up is Alianza. It'll be a highlight package of that game in the Copa Libertadores, as obviously we lost last time out. 12 points. We've obviously qualified in first place, so that should help us get us a better draw in the second round. But we just need to arrest this slide now. Like I say, since that game against Alianza where we won 3-1, we haven't won since, only picking up 1 point in that game against Gremio. We've only scored 1 goal as well. That was that Rafael T, well, 2 goals, sorry, Everton Felipe and Rafael Tia's goals. The only 2 we've scored in those 5 games, so we just need to find something here. Right, I said at the end of the Condemned episode that we weren't going to show any more Copa Libertadores games, but we're going to show this game against Alianza even though we have qualified. I've just seen that the second round, quarter-final and semi-final draws are all made at the same time, which means we'll know our route to the final, potentially. So the team is Salo in goal, Juba, Sabino, Tahia, Uathon, Watson in front of them, Caceres and Neretti in the centre of midfield, Felipe on the left, Lopez on the right, Rodrigo up front, and let's turn it around with a win here against Alianza. Caceres with his corner kick, ball in, Ramos with a diving header away, and Torrejon can come over halfway. There's no one going towards him, in towards Rodriguez, through 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, and we're lucky there, because that should have been the opening goal of the game. Watson now into Caceres, Everton Felipe, down the left-hand side, getting towards the byline, has to put it back to Juba, Caceres, back to Watson. He's back into Caceres now. Ball into Thiago Lopez. Juba. Lovely little play. Neretti. Is that going to be checked? It's not. Pedro Neretti gets his 10th of the season. We go 1-0 up. And it's a lovely, well-worked goal here. Caceres into Watson. Caceres gets it back. He just fires the ball into Thiago Lopez. First time into Juba. First time into Neretti. And we carve them open with a couple of first-time passes. 47 minutes on the clock. It's 1-0. Throw in now to Arieta. Portales. Looks long down the line and finds Rodriguez. I don't know which one of the 2 that is, but Uathon nips in and dispossesses him. Patero now. Into Rafael Tahia. Alamo. Out to Wellington. He's got a lot of space on the left-hand side. Goes to Jadison early. Probably shouldn't have done. Into Neretti now. Rodrigo. Back to Willian Oliveira. Looks that ball over to the left-hand side in Jadison. Gets towards the byline. Can he put it back? Goes back to Wellington team. Into Caceres. Bit of time and space. And it's found its way in. And the offside flag's gone up. And I wonder whether that would have found its own way in. Caceres picks it up, hits the shot. Rodrigo was offside. I think that may have found its way in. But the deflection means that it is offside. And there is about 13 minutes plus stoppage time to play. And in what has been a really drab game here, Uathon can go into Pedro Neretti. Into Patero. Uathon again. Down the line for Patero. Can he beat his man? Goes in early towards Neretti. Has to pull it back. Gets the ball in towards the far post. Well, that is the most wayward ball you've ever seen, as Oliveira back into Wellington team now. Jadison gets towards the byline, tries to get the crossing, it's blocked. We'll have another attempt, this time on his right foot, gives it to Wellington team, back to Oliveira, 30 yards from goal, back to Uathon, into Jadison, lovely little play, quick passing, and how late did that flag go up there on the near side? Lovely play as we went from Uathon into Jadison, Neretti quickly, and that's just mistimed as Rodrigo finds the finish. That's the second goal Rodrigo's had disallowed in 3 minutes. As Torrejon puts that ball in. Rodriguez, and he's headed away from him there. Portales into Barcos. Fuentes. Back to Arieta. Arieta now into Salas. Mora. Giving them a bit of space, and Mora's got space to run into. Ramos now with the cross. Portales at the far stick. Barcos shot blocked. Portales. Salo spills it, and somehow we've kept it out, but they're still going. Mora blocked again. And that was absolutely bizarre what just happened there. And Rodriguez now and Alianza are looking for an equaliser here. We really need to get a win from this game. Neretti into Patero. It's fell for Rodrigo. Only one time he is onside, he misses the target. And Rodrigo has had a game that he will probably remember for all the wrong reasons, but we have won 1-0 here away at Alianza. We finished the group stage of the Copa Libertadores on 15 points. I'm not happy with the performance. It's demotivated Neretti, motivated some of the other boys. But like I said, we finished top of the group with 15 points from 6 games. That means that if we just go forward, the Copa Libertadores quarterfinals and semi-final draws are going to be now. Wait, the draws have already... No, the draws have been made. I don't think I missed them anywhere. Right, so we play Club Central Deportivo Municipal, who are 13th in the Peruvian League, in the next round of the... I'm guessing it's a 2-legged affair. Yep, it is a 2-legged affair. Municipal are the lower seeded team, so they'll have the home advantage in the first leg. Then we play Deportivos Tolima or Santos in the quarterfinals. Tolima are top of the Colombian First Division first phase. Santos, who we've already beaten this season, are 14th in our division. And the semi-final will be against Atletico Mineiro, Sao Paulo, Deportivo Independiente Medellin, or Club Sport Emelec. So we know the route to the final. The toughest game there, I feel like, will be probably Atletico Mineiro or Sao Paulo, providing they get through. I mean, I'm not overlooking any of the teams that we've got, but that probably is going to be the most challenging of sides that we're going to play. And we're going to get a teaser for that potential semi-final as well, as we take on Atletico Mineiro in the next game of this episode. Team lineup is Saulo, Wellington Tim, Urathon are the fullbacks. Sabino and Rafael Tejia, of course, are the centre-back partnership. William Oliveira comes into play in the defensive midfield area. Caceres and Neresi, of course, the two central players in both the defence and midfield, are staying the same very, very consistently. Everton Felipe on the left, Thiago Lopez on the right, Rodrigo up front. Those middle three looking great. Sabino and Rafael Tejia have got a nice little combination, and the fullbacks and wingers as well got nice combinations going. So let's go. Mineiro versus Recife. Let's get back to winning ways in the league. Right, then we are underway here. A couple of minutes into this game, Mineiro have had an early shot that wasn't on target as Caceres puts that ball in, and thought Neresi there from probably just inside the 6-yard box was going to find the back of the net. He's hit it in the one place that you didn't want to hit it, straight at the goalkeeper, and Savarino there puts the ball in that header straight at Saulo. 2-0 chances really early on in this game, as the crowd is very sparse here for Atletico Mineiro. As that ball looks for Rodrigo, flicks it on, but it's going to go as far as the goalkeeper Everson, and he'll collect it comfortably. And this is probably as strong a side as we can put out, really. And I think it's needed at this point, because we need to get back to winning ways. As Tahir heads it to Oliveira, had plenty of space. Felipe into Rodrigo. Neresi, he's got space between the defenders. And oh my word. What are you doing, Pedro Neresi? Oh, it's chances like we've got to make them count. Everton Felipe looks at ball towards Neresi, and it's cut out and goes back to the goalkeeper Everson, and he clears it up. And Rafael Tejia has been caught out by Hulk. Hulk is one-on-one and has pretty much put it through the goalkeeper. And a route one goal after Neresi had a great chance just before, which he blazed over. The ball comes over, and I'm not sure what has happened here, because Rafael Tejia has just completely misjudged it, and Hulk, I'm not sure how that's beaten the goalkeeper there. But we're 1-0 down, and not good. Not good at all. Really need to arrest this slide in form, especially in the league. This was a tough game. We knew it was going to be a tough game coming into it. I mean, looking forward, hopefully we win the cup game against Curitiba, and then we can start moving on and getting some performances in the league against lower ranked opposition. But the thing is, we're not playing badly and we're creating chances. But Neresi, who in an earlier episode, in the earlier stages of the Copa Libertadores, was hitting the target with everything he was getting in front of goal, and Thiago Lopez, I thought, was going to get himself sent off there as he went through the back of his man. Caceres looks for Lopez, and Alonso can head it back to Everson. And now is Everson going to be looking long for Hulk once again? He's taking his time, and we're going to book him for time wasting this early on. Ball in. Tahir's missed it again. Vargas into Hulk. Someone commented on my video, and I don't know, I think it was Urathon who made a mistake. 6.8 made a mistake, sentence, death. And Rafael Tejia, as I just knocked my phone, I think, what was that? Like, seriously. He's not even going to make 40 minutes here. So, Rafael Tejia, who has just been an absolute mess, he's going to be replaced by Fabio Alamo for the first substitution of the game. Because Hulk has got 2 goals, and both times Rafael Tejia has just seemed to have got scared, and we haven't had as many shots as I thought we'd have either. We have been very, very poor. Terrible so far. Absolutely terrible. As Hulk gets the game underway here. What does this call for now? As Rebello goes into Alonso. Sasha. Vargas now. Now to Sasha on the left hand side. Crossing. Savarino. Well, that throwing the water bottle really didn't work, did it? 3-0 down. 30 seconds after half time. Right. So what happens now then? Uathon, ball in. Thiago Lopez takes it down. Back to Uathon. Can he get the cross in? He does get the cross in. Caceres will pick it up because it was far, far too deep. Goes all the way back to Sabino. Sabino now. There's no one ahead of him down the line. He has to go and fill to Caceres. William Oliveira now. Neresi. Through for Everton Felipe. Can he hit the target? He does hit the target. He scores. It's going to be pulled back. Is that offside or not? I didn't think it was on first viewing. It's not offside. Ball's collected. It's back on the halfway line. We've got to go back a couple of minutes after going 3-0 down. So we're not going to panic just yet. That was nice play. We've created a few nice opportunities. Rodrigo now. Neresi. And Alonso cuts that out. He's been very good at left fullback. As that ball goes long. And Alamo lets it bounce this time. Why are we not... I mean, it was probably the right thing to do. But why are we not dealing with it first time? Rodrigo. 3-2. What a chance we have here. I didn't think, I mean, we weren't creating a lot, but I didn't think we were being bossed that much to concede goals either side of half time and be 3-0 down. But it's 3-2 now. We are going to, no, we're not, because there's a highlight. We're going to drop a bit of encouragement then. But Alamo and Salah being very risky there. Caceres, Wellington Tim now on the left side into Everton Felipe. Back to goal in his own half. Sabino. Everton Felipe, we want him running at the defence, but he has to go all the way back to Salah. Sabino has space. Oliveira, Caceres, couple of quick passes. Can he open up some space for us? Felipe looks for that switch ball. Can Rodrigo get there first? Alonso once again cuts it out, and Everson can look long towards Sasha, who looks like 5'2", but has won the header. 1-2 with Hulk. Sasha into Vargas, and is that going to be offside? Are we going to get a stroke? Look, I didn't think it was upon initial viewing. It wasn't. It's 4-2. And that is a very, very poor goal to concede. Sasha with the header down to Hulk. Received it back. Ball into Vargas. Took a touch. First time beyond the goalkeeper. It is 4-2. And what changes do we make here? Who is having particularly poor games? Wellington Tim isn't playing well as well. Luciano Juba is going to come on for him. Uathon is going to come off for Ernesto. William Oliveira is going to come off. He is going to be replaced by Bruno Mateus. And MT is going to come on for Everton Felipe. That makes all our changes now with about 20 minutes to go. It's a long time. Can we get back into this though? As we drop a little bit more encouragement. If we get a third, anytime now. Anytime now. Now would be okay as well. As that ball goes long towards Sabino. Juba picks it back up. Infield to Caceres now. Need to find a ball forward really. Goes square to Juba. Into MT. Gets there first. Scores. Going to be checked. I thought he was offside. That was my initial reaction to that. I've been right 2 out of 2 so far. I'm right 3 out of 3. The initial reaction was that he was offside as that ball went through. It was lovely play. Oh, he was fractions. He's literally, his left foot was offside. That was it. He beats the goalkeeper. Goes underneath him. Lovely play. I mean, we've scored 2 good goals that have counted and 1 good goal that hasn't counted. We've lost 4-2. It's not a great episode for us here at all. Vasco, we started well and did not play well in the second half. We let them back into it. That one, we gave them a 3-goal head start and just didn't retaliate. We beat Alianza obviously in between. Not great at all. Our next couple of games we play Curitiba, Sao Paulo, who are 7th. We play, I hate that it goes back up to the top, Cuiabá, who are 12th. We play Palmeiras, who are 8th. So they're all mid-table teams that are coming up in the month of June. And Municipal, that is in the Copa Libertadores. So, and we play them back-to-back. We don't have a game in the middle. America, who started the season well, are now 16th. So we have games that we can get back on board with and win. We are going to come back for the double header against Municipal. We might throw the America game in there as well. Just hopefully it's just winning the league on camera. We did do it. I might put the other episode up with not much editing, unlisted. Maybe link that down in this video in the description below. If you've enjoyed today's video, please leave a like on it, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. Like I say, check the description down below because I might put the condensed episode in there just as an unlisted video if that takes anyone's fancy. You can see us win some games with some very, very poor sound quality, but onwards and upwards. Hopefully I'll see you next time. Thank you and goodbye.